It's good morning still. It's 11:30 here. We've had that amazing breakfast before, and I just thought I'd take you down to where you can see the dock. This is the Echuca dock, Port of Echuca dock. Down here, there is some older boats over there. I'm not sure if you can really see them that well. That's I think it's pronounced Pevensey, is it, Kerry? Well, I'm not sure. The Emmylou's just gone past it. You'll see when I actually put the wedding video up. There's another one over there. I'm not sure which that one is. I think that's the Canberra way in the distance behind that speedboat that's going on. Hi, Ben. How you going? Good to see you here. I'm just going to switch so you can see the pair of us for a second. Yeah, here's my beautiful wife. She assisted me yesterday. Ross said, hi, David. Reza said, hi, how are you, Reza? Nice to see you here. Yeah, Kerry assisted me yesterday. It's great to have a wife that can also shoot and does amazing photography as well. So that's one fantastic thing. Hi, Oreo. Say hi, Oreo. He's there.
Hi.
Ben said hi as well.
Morning, Ben.
Ben assisted me the other day when I had a wedding as well. He was second shoot for me in a beautiful winery I had the other day. So he also had a wedding on Saturday himself. Yeah, often what I'll do when I come to areas like this, I always have second shooters. Sometimes I'll have three depending on what I'm doing. But because this is so far away, Kerry's full-time assisted me here, even with the video. So normally if I'm doing fusion, I'll actually have another person to help lug the gear around and everything. Oh, that's so cool. I love these old steam paddle steamers. They're beautiful. They used to be used years ago to ferry all of the supplies to the farmers that were on these riverbanks, because this is well inland of where I live in Melbourne. It takes about 2.5 hours to drive here right inland, so it's very, very hot. But, you know, that's the way they used to live with these these paddle steamers. And you can see the actual area there was where they used to bring all of the goods in and then unload them. This is called Echuca, Richard. So it's actually Echuca where I am now. This is the border of New South Wales and Victoria.
We're standing in Victoria?
Yeah, we're standing on the Victoria side. The other side over there is the New South Wales side, which is where Sydney is obviously from. Yeah, Oreo, it's good that Kerry loves photography as well, so it's actually good that she assists me. I mean, sometimes she puts herself down, but she does amazing work, and I really think she's amazing in what she does. Plus, it's fantastic to also have a female with you all the time to assist with things like bridal, when the bride's getting ready, just to be able to adjust the dress and the veil and even help with things like that. And they just adore her, which is one great part of my business. I'm very lucky to be able to have that aspect as well. So yeah, so I just thought I'd bring this up and show you. Now, yesterday was around about, I think it was 35, it might even got to 36 degrees yesterday. I have to say that I'm really amazed with how the GH5 went for leaving it on. I actually used it in the ceremony, and I think it went for about 45 minutes. It went for about 45 minutes, and I had it shooting 4K, and it definitely didn't overheat or anything like that, and it was really awful, Ben said terrible spot there. I know, it's so beautiful here. I can't see who that was a minute ago that put that post, but yeah, it is great to have a female eye, because they do see things differently than what a male will often see, and that's one great aspect of it. Kerry is particularly good with setting up details and things like that, which is what's fantastic with that sort of thing. So, she'll be organising all of the flowers and the perfume and the jewellery sort of shots. So that's where she's really good at that type of thing.
This one might take off.
Yeah, this one might take off shortly. They are. This Pevensey, I think it's I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Pevensey or something.
Pevensey, I think.
Pevensey, yeah, is going to take off in a minute, so you'll see how it's going. Ben said, I'm removing hair ties from wrists. I know, Kerry is obsessed with hair ties on wrists. The funny thing is, guys, I don't usually notice the actual hair ties on the wrists and things like that, but Kerry picks it up immediately. That's why Ben made that statement, because he's worked with us a number of times, so he's seen how Kerry actually works, so it's actually quite funny as well. I'm just going to wait for this boat to go, because I'd love to see it go past, so you'll see it actually go past. Reza said it's raining here in Melbourne. Well, you know what? It was really stormy here this morning, Reza. It was actually, the thunder was incredible. We didn't get much rain though up here, but it was, it went really, really dark, and we had stacks of lightning that came down, and I love weather like that. It was just beautiful. It is pretty warm. Well, it's only 25 at the moment here. It's a lot cooler than yesterday. Yeah, much cooler. So we'll wait until we see these two boats come across. So if you have any questions, let me know, guys, because you can put them up and I see them come up through here. Can I see the questions? I'm just seeing if I can see them. I don't know how you get to see them on the live chat. I think I've got it up there now. So if you have any questions, fire them up, guys. Love how the sky looks. Yeah, it's beautiful actually here, Richard. It's really nice up here at the moment. So I'll show you Kerry standing here. She's basically just doing some photography as well. So she's just shooting away. She's using her phone actually. So she's shooting away here. She loves this sort of stuff. We both do actually. We'll see this when it comes past this boat. Bird life is prolific up here. There's just birds everywhere. There's beautiful parrots. There's also lorikeets. Obviously a lot of cockatoos, budgies. There's so much bird life here. It's incredible. I have filmed this. This has been a fusion wedding, so you will see this video come up in the next couple of weeks probably. So you will be able to see the wedding itself that was shot right on the banks of the river that I showed last night, that if you wanted to see that. So he may turn, I'm not sure. But the other one's coming, which we'll see in a minute come past. No, there's no crocs, Tony. That's why we don't have crocs down south. All the crocodiles are up north. You really have to be past Brisbane to get up to there. Australia's a massive country. It's around about a 3-day drive to get up to Brisbane. And then obviously it's another couple of days to even get up to the top of Australia going up. It's a massive country. You don't realise until you start driving. But the crocs are more in the tropical north, not down here. The RX10, I've only used that in the shop and it seems like it's a great camera. I mean, one day I may get that little camera to replace a GoPro because I do think it's actually a good form factor. The only thing was I think it doesn't record 4K in the actual unit itself, which is a bit of a downer compared to what the GoPro actually does. So yeah, I'm not sure yet how that will fit in what I wanted to do, but obviously being Sony, you know, I'll have to have a look at it. Now that obviously this boat probably goes down the stream there, and then it'll turn around, and then they come down. They usually have around about an hour long in their trips, going up and down. This is called the Murray River. Oh, you are in the south with the great whites in the ocean. Yes, we are. There's no great whites here though, Tony. We don't have to worry about that here. There's only fish in this river. And there's quite some massive fish in this river too. The Murray cod is huge. If you actually don't Google Murray cod and just have a look at the actual size of those. Now if you listen, I'll just see, you might hear some of the cockies. So the cockies are all in the trees up there. It's just beautiful. I just love this part of Australia. It was incredibly hot yesterday though. Boy, it was very sticky. It's unusual for this time of year down here in Melbourne though. It's been very humid. Normally it's very dry down here, but it's been very humid, and that's why we're having these storms that keep coming across. So we'll just wait for this one to come past and then I'll finish. Any of those Coronas in the wild out there. Digidirect in CBD selling A7R2 for $3,200 for Black Friday. That's not a bad deal at all actually for Australia anyway. Like I said, I'd be still probably considering now if you had the money to buy the A7R3. I noticed in the sales that there was none of the A7, the latest cameras like the A9 or the A7R3 or even the G-Master lenses on special anywhere. Sony don't seem to have any of those as special on those Black Friday deals. It's more the cameras from the previous line like the A7R2, all of obviously the f4 zoom lens for Sony, and even things like the 34 1.4, 35 1.4, etc. Those sort of ones. The 55 1.8 I've also seen on special. So if you wanted to grab a bargain of those, they're really, really good. At the moment, just to let you know, I'm using the DJI, the mobile gimbal to keep this steady. Last night I actually just held it handheld, and I'm just using the iPhone 10 actually to get an image. But once this goes out, we'll head off because we've got to actually start to head back home. So let me know if you've got any last questions, guys, that you want to go. Yeah, it does. It looks great. Yeah, thanks for joining us. This is the Canberra. Now, Canberra, if you're over the US or Europe, is we're our major politician area. So I suppose it's like Washington if you're talking about America. So Canberra is our main state for all of our political things here. Oh, you just bought the DJI Mobile today, Tony. It's great. I love this. I use this all the time. It's got great features, like even your time-lapse feature in it is amazing. The stabilization is fantastic. The app works really well, and it's also really stable, and I just love the grip and everything on this, and the batteries last forever. I have got 2 batteries, but really I really very rarely have to change batteries on there. This is a boat that obviously has food on this one, so this is more like a dining as you go down the river. We've hired some of these cruise boats before as a family, and we've traveled down the Murray. You can actually hire them and go away for long weekends and stuff, and it's beautiful. You just park at the edge of the river at night time and then just fire up the barbecue and have your barbecue. It's really fantastic. So that might be it, guys, because we're going to start heading home, I think. So I just wanted to show you basically this whole area. You can see there's some old also paddle steamers that are over here. I'll bring you over and you can have a look, because there's some moored in this section. These are pretty old ones too, over this section over here. If you look over here, you'll see them actually in that section. It's just beautiful. No worries, mate. Thanks for watching. I love to share this sort of stuff with you guys, because you can sort of see a bit of my country as well as your own, and it's just interesting for people to see, because I love showing other people's stuff as well. Hi Peter, how are you? Yeah, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to head back. You can see my car over here. We're going to head back towards Melbourne. I've used the Maverick for the first time this weekend down here, so you'll see that footage as well. Oh, you can still hear all the boats. There's another houseboat an old boat that's sitting over there as well. It's just beautiful. You can see the cockies. I don't know whether you'll capture them. They're galahs, I think, or something, but it's just beautiful. It's the Maverick Pro. I think that's what you asked, Tony. Let me just see if I can click back to get that back. Which mic? No, I haven't got a mic on this. This is just coming straight through the iPhone, Tony. The issue is here, none of the mics work, because the way that it sits in the Maverick, you've covered the port at the back. So I don't think there's a solution, Tony, for using a mic. So this is just the mic in the actual iPhone itself. Does the sound come through okay, or I'm not sure whether it does or not. But yeah, I do wish they had some sort of system. I was hoping the AirPods, which I love, would connect to it, but for some reason Apple don't allow that. It'd be great if you could put the AirPod in and around. So yeah, Peter said the sound's okay. You should be able to see the birds up in the trees up there. I don't know whether you can see them. They were flying past earlier. If you come down early in the morning, there's birds everywhere down here. It's nuts. It's just crazy. They're flying all over the place. But yeah, I'll just show you this one boat that's coming across because this is gorgeous. I think this is the Emmy Lou. I know it's the camera coming back. It's all right. You've seen that one. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head off. I'll see you all again soon for a couple more videos during the week. This is Echuca, Peter. So if you look at Echuca, it's E-C-H-U-C-A. So yeah, so that's where this is. Sounds good. I didn't even think about the camera. Sounds good. I didn't even think about the camera sits on the side. Yeah, that's the problem, Tony. Because of the new mount that Apple have put in here, it's covered by the gimbal part on the actual phone itself. So you can't click a external microphone in. That's one of the downsides to it as well. It is Corona time. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have one. I'll be having one as soon as I get home, though. I can tell you that much. The camper's coming back, so that was only a fairly short trip. It may go down the river down there, actually. The Emmy Lou's a really big one. That passed earlier. I did that with the drone. I actually shot that with the drone, so you'll see that when I do the wedding video later on. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Kerry's still filming, so I'll show you Kerry, and she'll be heading off. So we're going to start heading back to Melbourne in a minute. I think it'll be Corona time when we get there. And I'll see you during the week, guys. Bye.